Rock and Roll With It podcast. We're at Truck Festival 2023 and we are joined with Snake Eyes. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So, cracking set earlier. As much as I wanted to go into the mosh pits, I watched from afar, but amazing set.
Lovely.
But what I wanted to talk to you both about first was your new EP out, Health.
Yeah.
Wanted to know a little bit more about it.
Sure. Came out on the 16th of June via Alcopop, our lovely label. And it's a record about sort of how your mental health could affect your physical health. And essentially checking in with yourself and looking after yourself, because I know that I didn't for a very long time and now I do. You know, essentially not worrying what other people think of you and just being you, doing yourself. It's important, do you know what I mean? I
really liked the EP. There's the first song. Was that
No One Is Truly Cool.
No One Is Truly Cool.
Naming no names, we did a DJ set at Reading Festival 2021, was it? Was it 20? Where are we now? 23.
23, yeah.
I reckon it was 21. And basically, a band who I quite like played on the main stage. And they came off, and I said to the singer, "Love your new record, the set was amazing." And they said, "Thank you so much." And I was like, "Cool, real nice." And then I went to the bar to get myself a beer, and someone else from that band was sort of leaning on the bar in a bit of a cool person way. And I said the same thing, and they fobbed me off basically, and it left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. You know, when you really, they say don't meet your heroes, and this was one of those, you know, they weren't even my heroes, that's what annoyed me so much. But there's a bit of the like, yeah, no one is truly cool. No one's like cool all the time. Paul McCartney likes a bloody, you know, bagel with fucking Marmite on it every now and then, which he talks about, so it's like, just whatever. Like, I don't know, like get over yourself a little bit, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Does that mean you've not been socialising with other bands here then? Maybe any mystery collabs backstage? Not been chatting with other people then today?
No, we're too cool for that actually.
Oh yeah.
We met Panic Shack earlier, and they are lovely people, and really looking forward to their set. They're really popping off, so maybe a collab with them. We're calling you out. Come on, Panic Shack.
Oh, Snakes already did Snake Shack. I think of a new one. Panic Snake, let's go.
Shack Eyes.
What's the future looking like for you guys?
We're doing underground music festival, I think it's called, in Chester, like a small kind of like club show day event thing.
Yeah.
We're doing the London event of that in August, along with another London show, the Nels Hilton Upgrade thing that they do at the Old Blue Last, with Hot Wax, who are legends from Hastings, where I live. They're popping. And Daytime TV, who are going to be our new mates. Don't know them. I'm just going to go for it now. We're doing a European run with headline shows in Germany, in the Netherlands for the first time in September. That isn't announced yet, so you got that early. Again, I'm just going to go for it. UK tour in November. Again, not announced, but
yeah.
let's just get it going. Let's get the hype going. Do you know what I mean?
So EP now, album in the future?
It's basically written, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been sat on a few of these songs for quite a while. Some of them are box fresh. Really excited about it. Different vibe for us. Pushing the boat out 100%. Yeah, really excited. Next year, hoping. But yeah, it's a beautiful body of work, and I'm really stoked to share it.
Amazing. And have you done Truck Festival before? Or is this debut?
This is my first time here. Have you ever hung out here?
I've never even been here before. I did Why Not in previous years, but I've never even been to Truck. This is our first proper festival season, because coming out of COVID, obviously festival season was kind of weird in 21. We did a festival. Then there was a lot of like backlog from that festival season last year, so we did like maybe a festival. And this year we have, I don't know, maybe like 8 to 10 festivals roughly, going from when they start in April to when they kind of wrap up in September. So we're just getting out there and doing it and loving it.
Well, I could see that firsthand. Speaking for you, Rocket, personally, you were going crazy earlier. We have to ask though, because you were saying, trying to start one of those mosh pits, you said you're going to say blow off the doors or blow down the door.
Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go.
Can
now,
you explain what that means?
This is what we want to talk about.
Straight.
Okay, yeah, okay. And I did say, like, you don't have to know what it is, but ask me. Yeah, there you go. This is actually Jim's anecdote, so I'm going to hand it over. But the doors are off is the line.
The doors are off.
And I shouted it in the studio for a laugh when we were recording the drums, and then we saw the charm in it and we kept it basically. But the anecdote, I'll get Jim to give it to you because it's his story, not mine.
I'm just going to fly through it quickly, but basically me and my mate Harry, when we were at college, used to buy weed off this guy who will remain unnamed, Matt Sims.
There's a lot of unnamed people.
And he basically, we on tick got £10 worth of weed, and Matt was like, pay us back in a few days, and we were like, yeah mate, yeah, we're all good for it. And day came, and he was like, Harry mate, want the money today or come into your house and I'm taking the doors off? And then we just left it because he's you know.
Just quickly though, what is that? That's not a saying.
It's not a thing. And anyway, we left that text. The next day, text Harry being like, that's it mate, the doors are off. And we never saw him again. But yeah, I told that in the studio and everyone rolled about laughing. And yeah, now it's in Scuttlebug forever.
I feel like we've got some exclusive content there.
That is actually exclusive, yeah, that's all for you guys.
Lots of exclusive content today. The doors are off. I will be remembering that. Making sure in November when we're heading to a Snake Eyes gig, we're waiting to hear the doors are off.
Make
again.
sure you come to Oxford. Where are you guys from as well? Where are you based?
I'm based in Brighton. Brooker Drums is based in Hastings, but we're on the south coast. We practice in Eastbourne.
Okay.
So.
Former Brighton, current Brighton.
Yeah.
Southeast represent.
So there's no excuse not to come back to Oxford then, that's what I'm hearing.
Exactly. We'll come back, 100%.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, we'll rock and roll with it. And we will look forward to seeing you in Oxford in November.
Kicking more ass, Snake Eyes.
Rock and Roll With It, out now on all your favourite podcast platforms.